What's going on, party people? Today's episode of the podcast is brought to you by G Fuel Energy. Right now, if you use G Fuel code DannyD, at the time of this upload, you'll save an extra 30% off on top of the Christmas and July sale that's going on at gfuel.com. Using that code directly supports my content and keeps this podcast coming. Today's guest is a friend of mine that I met back when I first started TikTok and I really got into streaming. He's a great dude. He taught me a lot about streaming on Twitch, and he's one of the most positive guys I know. I really enjoyed the conversation we had, and I hope you do too. Please welcome InstaGatorTV. We're recording now, so
awesome.
Thanks for doing this, man. It's been like I said, I had told you, with everybody going back to work and going on vacation, now it's, you know, the middle of the summer and stuff. It's been kind of hard to schedule people. Everybody's busy.
Dude, that's the podcast life, dude.
Yeah,
I'll get people who cancel like the day before. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me, dude.
Yeah, it sucks. I mean, I've done that to you. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Oh, it's all right. But the thing is, like, that's what you're gonna get out of like doing podcasts. People think like, how come you didn't have the podcast this Friday? How come you didn't have the like, dude? You don't understand that what goes into it. Like, it's like a double-edged sword. You go ahead and you plan it, let's say 2 weeks in advance. By the time it comes up, the persons that you scheduled, the people that you scheduled, are canceling or they forget. And like, oh, I made plans. I'm sorry. Okay. And then like, you don't want to do it last minute. But to me, last minute works a lot better. You know?
Yeah, it sucks when they forget. I had a guy pretty early on, back when I had a co-host for this one. He was like, yeah, I talked to this guy. He said he'll do it. I'm like, okay, cool. And the day comes and we're sitting there, and then he messages him and he's not answering. And then I message him and he goes, oh shit, my bad, dude. I'm golfing. And I'm like, he went golfing? Totally forgot.
Like, what you're doing with this, I envy it a lot too, because you know how I do mine all live on Twitch and everything. And like, I'm starting to talk to my mods and stuff, and I'm like, dude, like, I might do them live, but also do it this way, because you get so much, like, let's just say, like right now, we could talk about many different topics instead of just talking about that one topic, right?
Yeah.
And you get like more content out of it, so to speak. Like 3 YouTube videos you can get out of this, you know, depending on the topics we talk about.
Yeah.
It's smart, you know?
I've always also, I don't know, there's something about not doing it live that just makes it feel more chill, you know, like laid back, you know. And I also think, you know, no offense to the way you do it, to me, it's distracting to me if like I got a chat moving and then like all of a sudden, you know, somebody comes in with a raid, or, you know, oh, thanks, Big Chungus for the 10 gifted, you know, it's like.
Yeah, like what I do, I tend to like try to like tell people, and I have my mods like say, you know, he's not trying to ignore you, he's just trying to get the show, you know, going and stuff like that. There's ways I've been doing it for like 3-4 years. There's things of working around it, but I'm gonna try like this way, because I love podcasts. I've been on so many people's podcasts. I love it. I was actually just listening to Gary V's podcast before I was on here. I was just, like, just vibing to it.
Yeah, I've listened to Gary Vee a little bit. I don't know about that guy. Him and who is it? Who's the guy who's like, I'm in my garage, knowledge with the books and all that stuff? Who's that? I can't remember that guy's name.
I don't watch it.
Ty Lopez. I think that's his name. Those guys do the same thing. They always talk about like, this is what you're supposed to do. This is how you like keep learning, doing this, that. But like, I don't know, like they're always trying to sell you. Yeah, they're talking in circles and always trying to sell you some self-help thing, you know? There was a comedian, he was on a podcast and the guy was talking about, like the guy who was hosting the podcast was talking about how he went and spent a day with them for like some YouTube thing. Mm-hmm. And I think this was with Gary Vee, and I guess they were shooting something, and Gary Vee always had his phone out. Like all the pictures, it's like Gary Vee's looking at his phone. Like he's on the subway, he's got his phone. It's this, you know. Yeah. And he asked, he was like, "What the fuck are you looking at?" And like he got pissed, and he never talked to him again.
Dude. Well, the thing is that this is what like Gary Vee preaches, and like I respect it because he goes through all the comments. Like that's what he does. I mean, I don't know what he was doing at that point, but
Yeah.
that's what he preaches, and he always says, "I comment back on everybody's shit." Blah blah blah.
Mhm.
So that could be what he was doing, but it is. I mean, to a certain point, you're like, dude, like enjoy the moment, you know?
Yeah, I just like, cause how did he? So this is what I heard. He like inherited his parents' like wine farm or something like that, and then he started to promote it.
His parents owned a liquor store, a winery.
Okay. It's very different.
And so when he was in his 20s, like I think he said 28, he was working at, stocking shelves at the winery and building up the marketing. When the internet first hit, he was making YouTube videos when YouTube first came out.
Okay.
About just the wine library or whatever it was that he was having.
Yeah.
Just tasting different wines. And then it like blew up his parents' business and he made them financially stable and shit.
Okay, because I've never seen any of that stuff. I always see him like going off on people.
What are you doing?
Yeah, because I'll find like a topic that he's talking about that pertains to me. Like one thing was there was a couple that I guess started a podcast,
Mm-hmm.
and they're sitting there and there's like a baby crying in the background and all this stuff, and he's talking to them and they're talking about all this stuff they want to do, and he's like, just do it, like like keep talking about all this stuff, just do it.
Nuts.
Yeah,
he goes nuts.
But
dude, what's going on with what the heck is his name? Jeff Bezos going to freaking
I don't know. I some people are saying it's like a new. It's just
I'm gonna tell you, I couldn't sleep all night. My wife's like, "What are you thinking about?" I said, "You wouldn't even believe it if what I was thinking about." I said, "I swear to God, Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos are aliens." They're like, listen, they're the two richest men, right?
Yeah.
In the world. Is that correct? The two richest men.
Yeah.
Very smart. They know what they're doing. They're communicating with the aliens, and they want to go visit them for like an alien meeting. I swear to God. And then they're going up there because the aliens probably always come down here or up here, wherever we are compared to the aliens. And they're meeting because the aliens know that they're the smartest people on Earth.
I thought Elon Musk said he doesn't want to go. He wants to stay here.
Yeah, he could stay here. He still can communicate with them.
And then I mean Jeff Bezos took people with him, so I mean I don't think he'd keep that a secret. They've met up with the aliens.
They're all part of the plan. They say something, they're donezo, dude.
They're an offering. I didn't see no interview with those people. I just saw Jeff Bezos. He gave those people to the aliens.
Now is he's in space now? Or
No, he's back.
He's back.
Yeah, that's that famous interview where he's got the cowboy hat on.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's the one going around.
Just think, it's Amazon, dude. He owns the world.
Dude.
Like, who thinks of something like that?
I honestly think Amazon. I know there's like
drop shipping. It's a giant drop shipping freaking site.
Where are they at with the drone thing? Because they had always talked about, drones are going to start delivering packages to you.
I don't know, dude. I stopped investing money into that because I did so much research into that, and I'm like, oh, dude, I'm gonna put a bunch of money into it because like I started researching the facilities they started building, the company that they were gonna partner with to do it all, and I stopped worrying about it. And now I just farm crypto.
Yeah.
Have you tried the little crypto gambling thing yet or no?
No, I have not. And it sounds like their Twitch is working on banning it.
Yeah, they're people got to live in Mexico. It like you can't. It's not against the law, right? Because you're using cryptocurrency is technically not real currency.
It's a loophole.
But Twitch, yeah, it is a loophole, and Twitch doesn't want you to promote it because kids watch it. Whatever the age is, 13 or something, to be on Twitch. And they don't want kids to be like, oh, let's gamble, because a lot of people do it. Like Steve will do it. I don't know if you know, it's a YouTuber. He does it all the time. That's the only time he goes live, and a bunch of people. And kids think it's cool, and they want to start doing it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I had said this last time we talked. We talked like 2.5 months ago, right? Yeah, something like that. 2. So I don't know if it was really like blowing up yet. I could have sworn, like, I feel like it goes through waves. Like, slots has been a thing, but this is like an all-time high for it. Like, a lot of people are doing it.
Yeah.
But
I stopped doing it.
okay. I had watched XQC for like 4 hours while I was editing, just playing slots, and I was like, dude, this is actually kind of addicting to watch.
Yeah.
You know? And then I saw the other day, I was literally brushing my teeth scrolling through Twitch, you know, and then I see XQC's doing like an interview with H3, Ethan Klein. Mm-hmm. And Ethan was basically talking about the whole gambling thing. And he was saying, I'm not accusing you of scamming people. I'm just saying I think the people who are putting these things together for you are rigging it so that you win more, you know, and stuff like that. And it was very interesting. I'm curious to see what comes out from that.
Yeah, that's pretty nuts. Because well, they give them, like, popular streamers give wagers. Like they give them money to gamble.
Yeah. Did you see the Aiden Ross thing that leaked? Where he accidentally showed Discord messages,
like 2 million or something like
that.
Yeah,
he was arguing about how much, and he was like 1.4 million is not enough or something like that. And I was like, bro,
it's like, dude, what? But they're going through like 50K a night, easy, 100K a night. Like that's sickening, dude. You know what I could do with that money? Like, oh my god.
But that's the thing, though. It doesn't matter. No matter what they do, they're making money. They're not losing.
Yeah. Oh yeah, of course.
They could sit there and lose money for 24 hours, and they're still making something.
I mean, let's see. The time I played, I've lost probably 500 Ethereum. $500 in Ethereum, not 500 Ethereum. Yeah.
Yeah, I figured that's what you meant, because 500 Ethereum, it's like, bro, what are you doing?
I wouldn't be here right now, dude. I'd be crying. Yeah, it's because you don't win all the time, but I did win a couple, like $200 here, $100 there, but
that's the thing, is like I saw what they're talking about. I saw what he was talking about, and it seems like the win rate is a little iffy.
Yeah,
you know. So
yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know. It is a weird thing.
Yeah, so I wonder how much longer it'll be a thing. Speaking of Ethereum, it's back up over $2,000. Happy to see that.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Yeah.
I don't even. I was like, I'm starting to get everything organized. I got the new PC up and running and everything, and like I'm starting to like actually use everything I have to its full potential. And they have like a cryptocurrency thing for the Stream Deck, so I was gonna start putting them there. Yeah, and it tells you the market on your Stream Deck, and I'm like, oh shit.
How often does it update? Because I have a widget on my phone, and it updates once every minute. So like, I'll see some crazy fluctuation. I'm like, oh no, and then I go look, and it's back up, and I'm like, oh, like I feel like it like I should get rid of it.
I haven't even put it on yet. I'm like, oh, that's actually pretty. Like, you can do so much things with the Stream Deck. As I'm like, I got the biggest one, and I don't even use it to its full potential.
Yeah.
But I'm starting to slowly, you know, I got Spotify with it. My lights are now with it and stuff. But I've been farming crypto like crazy. The first day, oh my God. The first day I got my PC, or the first day I streamed with my PC, I was farming Ethereum for 2 days straight before it. I didn't even turn it off. I went to go stream. Dude, my GPU got to 90 Celsius.
Oh man!
Like, oh, this isn't good, dude. My stream started lagging. My camera was freezing.
Wait, you were farming while you were streaming?
No. I stopped the farming. And then I went straight into streaming. And I'm like, holy cow, dude! I was like, it was hot in here already. I was starting to sweat because it was so hot in here. Because I got my other PC over on this side of the room with the 1080, just farming crypto 24 hours a day.
Yeah,
but this one I turn on every once in a while. I had to take, dude. I had Stungies. I had everybody trying to help me. With Jopa was trying to help him. Like, dude, my thing's frying. I don't know what's going on right now. And we started like overclocking some things, and it's better now. I'm like, phew.
And you got the 3080, right?
Yeah, 3080.
Huge
so everything
difference?
Is working amazing. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So like my for crypto wise, my 1080 is getting like 20 mega hash, where this one's getting like close to 90 mega hash.
Jeez.
Which gives me like, you know, between them both, I would get like $7 a day, which is not bad. I already like farmed $55.
Nice. Yeah, my brother, he's got like 3 or 4 graphics cards now farming.
Yeah.
You know, he's got like a 1050 Ti and like all kinds of stuff just sitting there. He's always complaining it's hot though. He's like, if it's past a certain time of the day, he's like, maybe we'll do the podcast later because it's like peak hotness right now in my room.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh.
Well, he's got the 3D printers too on top of that. Like, and those throw off a lot of heat because the beds of the 3D printers. I just sold mine because I just don't got time for that no more.
Yeah. So I got a confession to make. I almost was late to the podcast because you ever like turn like your alarm goes off, you turn it off, and then you kind of like lay back for a second, and it's like it's a gamble. I totally fell back asleep, and then our new cat. We have these closet doors, and they straight up just hang. Like they're on a roller, but they hang, and the cat will stick his paw like behind the door and like from underneath and lift it to try and like move it so I can get in the closet and like sit on top of like the dresser. And it's loud. Like I will always be like, get away from the closet because it's just like boom, boom. Jeez. And it woke me up though. And I was so because of the cat, I wasn't late, but
there you go.
I was like, oh man.
Cats are good for some reasons.
Yeah.
I'm glad they're getting along now. I've been watching all the TikToks. I'm like, wow, dude, that's so cute. Them cuddling together and shit.
Yeah, I mean, Sammy the dog will definitely get in Sparky's face sometimes, and then Sparky won't have it. But and then Sparky, he I feel like people get it mixed up because they're both with an S. But the cat, he still doesn't really go downstairs. He likes to stay upstairs. But I mean, his litter box is upstairs, so it doesn't really, you know, it's like whatever. But he definitely kind of like roams around and explores more and does things where my wife has to be like, hey, get off there, because he'll like knock stuff over, you know. Yeah,
they look at you dead in your eye and they say, oh, this glass, this is beautiful. And drops right there.
But we have to be careful because our dog will, if we don't watch the cat and make sure that like he's done eating his food, the dog will go straight over there, eat the rest of the food, and he'll get like mad diarrhea. Like, no, bro, get away, leave the food alone. It's not for you.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You know?
Yeah, we're about to get a second animal here. The day before August 6th, my birthday's August 7th, we're getting another dog.
Okay.
And my dog ain't really good with other dogs, but we're gonna make it do.
You gonna learn.
Yeah. She's but we got a fenced in yard, so it's gonna be a lot easier. We used to live in a condo.
Yeah.
But it was just too small. Now we got the fenced in yard, so they can just go and run and do whatever they gotta freaking do.
Yeah, I can't wait till we get a house because then we'll have the doggy door and the dog doesn't have to like let us know when he needs to go outside, you know, less accidents. And it's crazy though because the cat is almost 2, so he's definitely a little more mature, you know.
Yeah.
The dog is only 8 months, so he's still a puppy, you know, like he still acts like a dumbass all the time. Yeah, so. But he's growing so fast, man. Like I have no idea how big this dog is gonna get. So
how much does he weigh now?
Somewhere around like 35 pounds, I think. Yeah, almost 40 pounds.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
It's gonna continue growing. But yeah, getting the house, dude. Getting the house was the best thing, dude. When we first got this house, I'm like, dude, I got a garage, man. I was like, I went in my garage. I'm like, look at this place. This is sick. Because we had parking spots at our condo that we had. Yeah. And it's like, oh, it was so miserable. I didn't like it. And we used to always get complaints and shit because we're just loud. I'm just scream.
Yeah. And I mean, right now I hate saying it because it's like when it feels like it's never going to end, but we're still kind of getting things figured out. I had my car registered in California, right? Obviously, because that's where I was living. And then when I got here, and you know, we got to register in New Mexico.
Yeah.
Well, I was still paying off my car. So the dealership in California has the title. Oh. But my registration expired in June for California. So it was like, okay, like we need to get it registered right now or else I can't drive the car till, you know, we get the registration from New Mexico. Well, California was having issues getting the title from this dealership, and then everything's super slow, you know, because
Yeah.
They keep saying, "Oh, I'm sorry, it's COVID." It's like, bro, it's not COVID anymore.
It's an excuse now at this point.
What it is it's lazy ass people not wanting to go back to work. Honestly. Yep. And so they're super slow to get back about everything, but they couldn't get the title, and then my registration expired with California, so I can't drive the car. And then since the registration expired, they can't use the registration as proof of registration to get it in New Mexico. So we had to send proof of insurance, and that takes a while. And then I haven't been able to drive my car for like 3 weeks now, and we're still waiting.
That's such a headache, dude.
So we just got my wife's car.
Like, that's what I've been going, like, with the whole, we just made my wife's business into an SCorp. And all the paperwork for that, dude.
Sucks.
I've been in and out of meetings, dude, like legit meetings. And my dumbass, dude, the first time I go into the meeting, I sit down at the little conference room table, and it's at like a lawyer's office and shit. And I look around me, and there's bookshelves with all these like lawyer books. They're all like so thick, and I'm like, the first thing I say, not even like how you doing, I'm like, are these books real? And my wife's like, are you kidding me? She goes, I think so. I was like, sick, dude.
That's
I've never
funny,
been in
dude.
the atmosphere, dude.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, this is like legit. Got a comfy chair. I'm like vibing. After the meeting, I went to Staples and got like a one of them meeting binders with a little notepad in it. I'm like, dude, this shit's official. Like, this is sick.
I 100% feel you, man. Because the lawyer that I had in California recommended right away, like, do an SCorp. You know, if you've got all these different things going on, because we weren't just doing Twitch or just TikTok, you know. And so, and you know the main difference is like you can give yourself a salary now. Like you don't have to, not all of it counts as personal income, so the taxes don't hit you as bad. But when I moved to New Mexico, now we had to merge it with a New Mexico corporation so that we can change it over to a New Mexico one for tax, because the taxes are better. And it's still in the process. It's been taking forever. It's literally taken like 6 months.
It's crazy, dude. It's so much like not like I was like, oh, dude, did I make a mistake making an SCorp and not a LLC and stuff like that? Well, come to find out, I'm just like the guy that our accountant now that we have who gives us payroll and stuff, because we have him doing payroll for us. He was like, dude, SCorp was like the best thing you could have done. I'm like, oh my God, thank you, baby. Because we went through this place called LegalZoom, and they did all the paperwork and everything for us for Connecticut. Like they did everything, and they sent everything to us, like the EIN number and all that for like, buying stuff wholesale and stuff like that. But like now I was so worried because I'm like, I want to show that I've been working 2 years of experience, blah, 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 and so that we can buy and invest into other homes and properties and get a loan for this or whatever if we need to.
Yeah.
Right? And it's just like, because we already got the house and stuff. It's not really that big of a deal. Like, I need a new car soon. I got an 08 Civic that's about to go into a mushroom cloud any day now. So I'm just like, I need a new car at some point, and it was just so much information. I was looking up YouTube videos. And he's like, you actually know a lot of stuff. I was like, yeah, I graduated from the University of YouTube, top of my class. But it's been good so far. He's been taking care of a lot of the shit for us.
That's good. Yeah, for me, the big hassle has just been merging. Like, it's just slow both ways, and then New Mexico wants things one way, and California has it a different way, so they have to figure out how to do that the New Mexico way. And
yeah, you're stuck in a weird situation if you move, dude.
Yeah, luckily it's in the final stages. It should, within the next month, hopefully be complete, and then, because it's, because I didn't partner with YouTube until after we started merging, and so I wasn't sure if we could still use the same EIN number, right? Is that
yeah.
And so I still got I've got money just sitting in my YouTube thing that I haven't touched. So
yeah.
It's like once I get that figured out, like, boom, I can finally cash out, But yeah, man, it's been
crazy.
A slow ass process.
What do you think the people should focus on more?
What do you mean?
Think YouTube, let's just say like like in your situation or in anyone's situation who's partnered with like YouTube, let's just say TikTok and Twitch, you know, like I honestly feel like Twitch is like less income, like the cut wise, you know, like how they take half of this and that. Like, what's YouTube do?
So right now I make about, if I had to say, I think I make somewhere around half of what I do on Twitch. And then I make a little more than what I do on Twitch on TikTok, but things have changed. So like, I don't know exactly. I think after this summer I'll have a better idea of like what I make on each thing. Yeah. But I've streamed like a fourth of what I did last month so far this month, because I got acting classes now and all this other stuff going on. And so it's weird because I've streamed like a quarter less, but I'm on track to make more this month on Twitch than I did last month. So I'm like, I think
supply and demand, baby. Supply and demand.
I definitely look at it that way. And then, I mean, you also have to think that a lot of times, and I'm sure you've noticed, most of the time it seems like most of the bits and subs that you get come within like the first hour. Yeah. Like the majority, you know? So I stream for an hour and a half to 2.5 hours. It just seems a lot more productive, you know, instead of like streaming for 6 hours, you know?
Yeah.
So.
And it gives you time to do, you know, everything else. But people don't understand that. People, I mean, me personally, I say I stream like 3 hours minimum. That way, like, I can say, like, damn, you know, I put some good work in today. You know, if I hit like that 5 hour mark, I'm like, all right, I'm pushing it. But like, I can end right now and I'll be happy. Granted, with whatever would happen. Yeah. You know, but like people understand, they like, I need to stream 7 days a week for 12 hours a day. I'm like, dude, you're gonna get so burnt out. Like, you should just not do that. Like, I'm gonna be taking another day off because I'm getting a new dog and I want to train the dog and shit like that. So I might be taking another day off. But you know, it's you need, it's business side of things. People are gonna want to see you more because you're not going live as much.
Yeah, and I mean, sometimes I do a night stream, dude. I have a lot of fun with the night streams.
Yeah, like, you have more energy, dude. Honestly, I used to do morning streams, and I was like, dude, I'm a kind of a morning person. But,
I'm not.
But I'm like, dude, I'm high energy 24. Like, if I'm up, I start singing and just, I don't know, I just make random noises, and I'm just like, I'm wild. And in the mornings, like, I need to wake up a little bit, and then I could, you know.
I'm still waking up right now. Like, the G feel's starting to hit a little bit, but
there you go.
I've never been a morning person. I mean, in the military, it's, you know, you show up and everybody's kind of dragging ass for like the first hour. Yeah. So, but yeah, no, I mean, funny. I would say everybody's different, man. You know, everybody has different goals. I kind of had like a epiphany, like I would say like three weeks to a month ago. I just woke up one day and I was like, something's off. Yeah. Like I just feel like I'm not doing something that I should be, and I don't know what it is. I just have a feeling. And so I sat down and kind of thought about, all right, here's what the state of everything is. And I was like, I never got out of the military with the idea I'm going to be a full-time streamer, you know? Yeah. And so now that I kind of realized that, and I started putting time into the content creation a little bit more, I definitely feel like something's flowing better, you know? Like it just feels better. I don't feel like I have the stress of, you know, before I felt like I was obligated to always stream. You know, it's like, if I don't stream, like, I'm screwing up, you know, this is bad. And now it's like, they understand. So because I've explained it, I was like, hey, you know, I'm taking acting classes, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, you know, I do 2 podcasts now, this, you know, and the content creation is really where I'm starting to shift my focus, because it's closer to the film and TV stuff than streaming is. You know, it just is. Yeah. And I've always wanted to do the film and TV stuff. But then I was like, you know what? Why am I like, I limited myself when I got out to doing the behind the scenes stuff, but I was like, why don't I try doing stuff on the other side of the camera? And I'm having a lot of fun, man. Not gonna lie.
Yeah. No, and that's freaking awesome. Sometimes you just gotta take that step back. Like, even me, like, I was like, I'm gonna start building this new PC. I think like 2 weeks ago, I took a week off. I knew I was gonna hit. Like, I knew it was gonna hurt. I dropped like 400 subs. And it's like I was okay with that because I prepared myself mentally. A
Yeah.
lot of people who'd see that, they're like, dude, my life is over. And it's like I can get them back just as easy, as I lose them. You just got to put in the work. And a lot of people don't want to put in the work because they see that and then they quit. Like I was like, I'm gonna take a week off, mentally prepare myself. I had a buddy fly in that one of my mods flew in, hung out with us. I brought him to a micro center here or next to us in Boston over here, and we just did things. I went to the casino. I catered to him. I don't want to sit here and stream when I have people over.
Yeah.
And we built a new PC, and I didn't want to rush things and getting things all crazy and scuffed. So I got a little break, and I'm like as weird as this is, I'm like, this is like what normal people do. They sit on the couch and like watch TV.
Oh, dude, I still can't
like,
do it. I mean, at least now I can kind of make the little excuse in my brain, like I'm picking up the acting techniques and skills these actors are using in this movie, or like I'm seeing.
You use it for TikTok. Stream it or skip it. Come on now.
Yeah,
right?
That definitely is a thing too. Those TikToks never. I mean, sometimes I'll have one pop off because like the Space Jam one. I just laid it how it was, man. I could not stand that movie.
That's why I asked you. I listened to him. I'm just like, okay, the Mighty Ducks. I'm like, I watched it. I'm like, I wonder what they.
It was fun. It was cheesy,
it was
lighthearted, but it was. I feel like it was worth a watch.
I started watching all the Marvels. That's why on my like 1 week break, I watched every single Marvel show. I watched all the movie. I already seen Endgame a long time ago, but like Justice, I watched all of it.
Oh, you watched Justice League? Like the Snyder Cut?
No, not that one. No. They told me they said if you're gonna watch anyone, those are the ones or that one I need to watch, right? Because it's like explains everything a little better.
Snyder Cut needs to go to the top of your list.
Yeah. I'll watch it. That's on Disney Plus or no? No,
that's on HBO Max. I think it's still on HBO Max. I'm about to go get it on 4K. My dad, he's very picky about movies. Yeah. This 10 out of 10 movie will come out, and I'll be like, "What'd you think?" And he's like, "Oh, it was all right."
Yeah.
That's his answer to everything. Oh, it was all right. And so, my parents came to visit right when that came out, and they showed up on a Saturday, and everybody's like, "You gotta watch Snyder Cut. You gotta watch Snyder Cut." It's like, I'm watching it tomorrow. Don't tell me anything, And I mean, the movie's like 3.5 hours long or something, right? It's almost 4 hours. And so my parents come over, and my dad's like, "How long is this movie?" I was like, "Almost 4 hours." It's like, maybe we'll watch like half now. Tomorrow we'll come over, finish the other half, go to lunch or something. We watched the whole goddamn thing in one sitting. It was so good.
Is it good? I gotta watch
it. Dude, it really makes me think, like, what the hell were they smoking over there when they decided to like just completely scrap it and do this whole different movie?
I gotta watch
it's night and day, man. I mean, it feels like an end game. Like it's that epic.
Like Loki was dope. I enjoyed Loki.
I did feel like it was a little underwhelming finale wise. Like there just wasn't I don't know. It just it felt like there was a lot of build up.
Right? It wasn't like one of those ones like, "Oh, come on, there's no other episode" type of thing. Like, WandaVision, I didn't really get into it. I played the first episode. I'm like, I'm not watching this whole thing in black and white. I turned it off.
Yeah.
People like, no, it gets better. It gets better. So I'm like, okay. I'll watch it.
I thought WandaVision was fun, but it's not. I don't know. To me, it was very predictable.
Yeah.
And
you knew what they were doing.
Yeah, you could kind of figure out after like the first 2 episodes where they were going with it, and then, I mean, it was a cool concept and stuff, but to me, it's definitely the worst one they made out of the 3 now. They got WandaVision, Falcon and Winter Soldier, and Loki, right?
Falcon and Winter Soldier wasn't bad. I actually enjoyed that one.
It wasn't bad, but
horrible.
Did it feel like something was missing?
No. What do you mean by missing?
Like plot wise, did it just kind of feel like? Because to me, I just felt like the terrorist group. I was like, they're not making me hate these people enough.
Oh, yeah. Sure.
So it turns out there was a whole pandemic plot point that they pulled out last minute because of COVID. Like they were supposed to release a virus or something.
Yeah, because like at the peak of when everything was going on, it just seemed like it dragged out a little bit.
Yeah. Like
there was no like. Yeah.
It's like what like they bombed a place. Okay, that's pretty messed up. But like, why are you guys acting like they're after world domination? You know?
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, if they were gonna like release a virus and like kill a bunch of people, yeah, it's pretty. That's pretty. Yeah, it's high up there on the list of like, let's take care of this shit right now. You know? So, dude, the evil Captain America was pretty. That I thought they were gonna do more with that, but I think they're gonna do more in the next season.
Think so?
Yeah.
There's another season coming out of it?
Yeah.
Fuck.
WandaVision doesn't have a second season apparently, but the Loki and Falcon do. So.
Yeah. The evil, the first guy, didn't he become good? Or no?
I mean, he helped them, but
he
then
started
at the
helping.
end,
Yeah, right.
Spoiler alert, at the end he was like, nah, I'm gonna go, work with this evil lady.
Oh,
so.
yeah.
But that scene where like on in front of everybody, like recording with their cameras and stuff, he just murks that dude with the shield. That was the coolest thing in that whole show, I think.
Yeah, I remember that. That was crazy.
Yeah, that was brutal. But you said so. I've probably mentioned before because this is like the 4th time you've been on, right? I think you're the guest that's been on the most.
Something like that.
You have a Civic, right? You said a Honda Civic,
dude.
How many miles you got on it?
Over 200,000. Shit's cruising, baby.
You still got another like 100K there.
Yeah, shit's cruising. My brakes like every time I'm trying to brake and stuff. I got to brake like a mile down the road because my brake. I don't want to invest any money into it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like I'm at the point where like the paint is like chipping off. It's just. I can't. I don't want to invest any money into it. I'll put gas in it. It gets me to point A to point B. If I don't make it to point B, then I call AAA. We got AAA for, and then I just scrap it and get a Tesla.
Yeah. So my wife and I both have Toyota Corollas, right? And I got pretty much no complaints about them. Like they do what they're supposed to. They're 2020s, so they got like all the new stuff in them, you know. Nice. So they're comfortable and everything. But I have a theory about why they're able to like, price them where they are. I think they cut corners where they can. And I think one of the places they did is the windshields, because both of our windshields have gotten cracks. And my wife right now has a crack, like half of her windshield has a crack in it that just formed. And so, and as soon as they can get us in to replace the windshield because of how big it is the 29th. Mm-hmm. And so like that sucks, especially since I can't drive my other car. But I just thought it was weird how, like both of them have had, because like the first week I had my Corolla, a rock hit it and there was a big old crack, and like I was like, oh dude, this is a bad one. Like it was a bad chip, and I was like, this is gonna start forming a crack if I don't do something. And they just sealed that one, but this one they have to completely replace the windshield, and they have to recalibrate the radar for the cruise control because it's got the adaptive.
Oh yeah.
So it's like $1,000. So, and that's our deductible right now. I'm like, damn, we need to change that.
Yeah, right. We have a Jeep Grand Cherokee. We balled out on that one. That one's like fully loaded, dude. That shit's so nice. I love that car, or the Jeep. It's nice. But the Civic has got nothing cool about it. Like my Jeep's got heated back seats, steering wheel, everything. And the Civic, you're lucky if the AC freaking works in the damn thing.
Really?
But I want to get a Tesla. That's what I want to do.
You want a Tesla?
I want to get a truck, but I don't want people calling me.
Don't get a truck.
As soon as you get a truck, people are gonna start calling you. Hey, I need to borrow your truck. No, it ain't happening.
Do you actually have like a valid reason to get a truck though? Like you got like you gonna go take ATV somewhere or?
No. Just like I don't know. I like to throw away garbages. I got a lot of garbage. We have like parties sometimes, and it just. I got a bunch of shit in my basement I got to throw away, and I just borrow my dad's truck.
I guess, yeah. I know a lot of people who get trucks and then they never like actually use them as a truck. And I'm just like, bro, you're just filling up every time $100 for gas, and then it's you know.
I got a jet ski. I could tow behind it.
There you go.
Shit, but
so you have a reason.
The Jeep could tow it. You know. Yeah. So I think I'm gonna get a tow. I just want a frunk, dude.
Just buy a trailer for your Jeep and then just throw the trash on there and stuff like that. Just use that.
Yeah, I could.
These trucks are expensive, man.
Very, dude. I wanted to get a Chevy Silverado. It was like $60K, $70K.
Yeah.
I'm like, Dude, are you kidding? Because you're gonna want to get something you like, and
Yeah.
the newer ones are freaking nice,
Dude, and the depreciation too. I mean, in 5 years, it's gonna be worth
Yeah.
half of what it was.
yeah. Well, Toyota Tacoma's resale value is insane right now.
Yeah, I
That's
will
what I
admit.
would get.
Yeah,
My buddy just bought
Tacoma.
one. Like my parents they've had two. They totaled one, and they gave them more money than what they bought it for.
Yeah, I mean, right.
Totaled.
I
nuts.
I thought about because I don't know. I was just talking to my wife, about the cars, and I was like, why don't we just trade ours in for those new like Corolla hybrids? Because right now they'll basically give us the money to buy the whole car because of the trade-in value.
It's nuts.
But I don't know. We'll see. We're still dealing with the registration stuff, but I mean, we would literally get like double the gas mileage. Like it says over 10 years, we would save like $6,000 each on gas.
Yeah, that's nuts.
So
like my buddy just traded in his Jeep Wrangler, and they gave him like $30,000 or something for it, and he went into a new 2021 Tacoma with less payments than what he was paying for in his Jeep.
Yeah,
like, that's a no-brainer. Why wouldn't you do that, right?
Yeah.
Like what?
Yeah, and the only thing I'll say about the Tacomas, and it could have changed now because I think I drove like a 2019 or something like that. Like I drove like a decked out TRD Pro. They're kind of sluggish. They don't move very fast for a truck.
The 2021's all they
do they? Okay.
What are you gonna do? You're gonna be drag racing?
No, I'm just saying like it just even like passing people was like, oh, I don't know if I could pass this car fast enough, Like they definitely like hesitate to get up and go, but I mean they're heavy vehicles, so it makes sense. Yeah. But that was the only complaint I ever had. I mean, besides gas mileage in a truck being terrible, but like I almost bought a Tacoma.
Yeah, they're nice. They're not bad. You can deck them out just like Jeeps, You can get some crazy attachments and stuff for them.
I like that cement gray.
Yeah.
Either that or like the coyote tan color. I like that one too.
Yes, yeah. It's like the desert sand color type of.
I don't know. They change it like every couple of years. What it's called.
it's sick.
Try to keep it fresh. Yeah, they look good. They have like a matte, like almost like a matte finish to them, and then the clear coat makes them look glossy. Yeah.
I don't know, dude. I want a Tesla so bad.
Dude, talk about bad resale value. Have you looked at used Teslas? I mean, right now it might be a little different, but like I had looked at Teslas, I don't know, like a year ago, and I was like, dude, people are buying these Teslas for like 60, 70K, and then they're like having trouble selling them for more than like for anywhere near like 30, like 2 years later. Like they depreciate crazy fast.
Well, no, because the Teslas right now, you can get a baseline Tesla for like 30K, and if you want autopilot, it's 35K. Brand new.
but these are, I'm talking about like
you're talking about the higher up ones.
Yeah, like Model S's. Yeah. I was just like, dude, how?
Holy shit.
Because everybody that I know that has a Tesla bought a used one. I don't think I know anybody who bought a brand new one.
Yeah.
Because they're like, why wouldn't I, dude? So cheap compared to the new one.
And I think a lot more people are buying them. They're getting a lot more popular because they can buy them for cheaper.
Yeah.
You drive to a destination, you're going to be seeing at least one Tesla.
Yeah. I mean, you might have seen me and my brother arguing about it in a YouTube video. But to me, like I was talking to my wife about the Corolla right now so I have the Sport Edition and then she has the regular like LE Corolla.
Yeah.
She can go like 380 miles on one tank of gas. I can go like 410. The hybrid is like 710 miles. Holy so like shit. you like, because it's like a 13-gallon tank. And so like we can literally drive to my sister's place in Texas like 8 hours away without stopping for gas. And like that just blows my mind. But you look at Teslas, and unless you buy like the expensive ones, the range is like 250 to 280 miles, and it's like, bro, like unless you're just using it as a commuter, like it's.
Did you see the Volkswagen?
I didn't.
Volkswagen came out with like an electric car, dude. It is sick, dude.
Volkswagen.
And Ford's coming out with one too.
Yeah, I saw the
Mustang. Right?
The Mustang Mach-E is out, and then they're supposed to be coming out with the Ford Lightning, which it's funny because the Ford Lightning in the past was like a Baja racing type of thing.
Yeah.
And now they just use the name for like it's an electric truck, But I was gonna, what was I gonna say? I lost my train of thought.
I don't know. Mileage. Gas mileage. On your Tesla have a not good gas mileage.
I don't know.
No.
Nah, whatever. I'll move on.
But wasn't that important, I guess.
Yeah, I guess not. But yeah, I'm definitely curious to see in the near future if they announce, hey, we're phasing out gas vehicles in the U.S. by this year. I'm sure it's coming. It's got to be down the pipeline.
Gotta be, dude. Yeah, maybe.
Well, it's not going to be like you can't have one. It's just going to be you can't manufacture or sell them here. I mean, there's countries around the world doing that.
The price of all the gas ones are going to jump up too. Yeah,
I know. That's why I'm like, I want to get. I'm gonna have my boring Corolla for however long I need to until I can get myself a Mustang as a weekend car.
Yeah.
So I wanna be that old man like 30, 40 years from now, where the neighbors' kids are like, look, he's taking the gasoline car out.
The gasoline car.
Like coming out of the garage.
Dude, I want a Dodge Challengers. Something about like the square body. I freaking love it, dude.
Yeah. I always, as a Mustang guy, you always got to talk, muscle car guys always talk shit about the other muscle cars, but I've always respected how Challengers kept that same classic look throughout the years.
Yeah. I freaking love it, dude. I want one so bad. I just like, there's so many cars I can get. And it's just like me, I'm like, do I want to waste? Like, we don't go anywhere. We work from home now. The wife ended up quitting her job. So she works on her Etsy shop 24/7 now. So we don't got to go nowheres. We stay in this house and that's it.
Yeah.
It's like, I really need a vehicle. Like we can get like a nicer vehicle for like a weekend car, you say, but
I mean, I was saying to myself, like, do we need a second vehicle? And then like having only the one Corolla right now, I'm like, yeah, we do. Cause like I'm trying to go to jiu-jitsu or acting class, the gym, and my wife's got to like, because of the way the laundry's set up here, she just it's the same price to take it to like a professional laundry place and have them just clean it, and she picks it up like a couple days later. And so she'll be doing that or going grocery shopping or taking, the dog and little man to the park or this and that. It's like, yeah, we do need two vehicles.
Yeah.
Especially
because little man, he's going to like school soon too, right? And
stuff,
so.
But I mean, especially when I start getting more acting gigs, I'll have to drive to like the Netflix studios here, this and that. So, but
yeah, how was acting?
So I got my first role. It's a short film. I'm being flown out to LA for it in like 3 weeks.
Yeah, that's exciting.
Genie boy hooked it up. He was kind enough to think of me for his lead role in this short film he's been working on for I don't know how long. It's written very well. It's a very intimate conversation. So it's like kind of like I don't want to say pillow talk, but it's kind of like it's like a conversation between like two lovers. So it's very it's a deep role.
What's your wife think about that? Like,
oh, it was so funny because she was like, "Your first role better not be kissing some chick," and then I hear her go like, "Hey, Genie gave me this role," no, I mean the way that it's being shot, it's very artsy because he's trying to enter it into some film festivals, and so it's like close-ups with like a voiceover and things like that, and there's not very many shots where it's like both of us like actually full in frame, so it's not like that. There's still like a little like kiss in here and stuff like that there, but
that's so funny. Are you gonna release it to public or no?
I don't know what Genie wants to do with it. I think he might want to after because the plan is to enter it into some film festivals. With his connections, he might be able to get some like legit funding for it. I think we're still waiting to hear on that. Since I'm attached to it, and then I don't know. I don't want to say who else is attached to it, but another bigger names attached to it. So we'll see what happens with it. But the idea is to enter it into some film festivals, and then like we'll be flown out to do Q&As and stuff like that. So it's a legit little production.
Legit. Dude, that's exciting.
For my first role, I'm just like, dude, this is nuts, man. Like most people are just like, I'll work for pizza. Like they'll show it to like, and I'm like, and he's like, yeah, we'll fly you out and like take care of everything, and You know, it's like
That's
a
you can
couple of
you
days.
can cry on demand.
I don't know about cry, but
You could tear up on demand.
I mean, you see my TikToks, I'm always crying about something.
Yeah. No.
No,
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
No, I got one.
Exciting though.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I got one coming out today where somebody unfriended me on Fortnite. I'm like, who's gonna carry me? I don't know how to build.
Hell yeah, dude!
So,
I haven't been making TikToks in so long, dude. I took a big break from like all social media just to like rework my mind and shit. But I woke up early today and I felt so great. I made my cup of coffee. I went outside to look at my grass because it needs to be cut. I was talking to my grass, telling it I'm gonna cut you today.
yeah,
Dude, I just felt so great. Waking up in the morning, like a little earlier, and just like I don't know, I just feel more like energetic, I guess, than sleeping in, waking up feeling mopey. I
yeah.
don't know.
I'm bad, man. I'll stay up till like 3 in the morning and wake up at like 10, 11.
Yeah.
Because I start posting TikToks at like 10:30. So,
Yeah.
but
Crazy.
speaking of the acting thing, though, I just signed up for the acting school that I go to. They have this guy Ron West coming out, and he wrote for Whose Line Is It Anyways, right?
Yeah,
Whose Line
yeah,
Is It Anyways? And so he's teaching it's like a week-long crash course on comedy improv.
Mhm.
And so we're gonna have like a Zoom call where we come up with some ideas for like skits and stuff, and then there's 2 days where we show up and we just like rehearse it, and then there's a final day for like 6 hours we rehearse it, add stuff, tweak things, and then that night we're doing like a live performance. It's gonna be live streamed. So
Where?
I don't know yet.
Oh.
It's at the end of next month. And so I'm definitely gonna be promoting it. Like, hey, if you want to come see me make a fool of myself, here you go. But I mean, the whole concept for the class was like, face it, in today's day and age, like if you want to like be in the industry, you kind of have to be a content creator. So like this is to like help work on that stuff. And I'm like, that's what I do, baby. So we'll see how it goes.
Awesome, dude.
But
so happy for you. It's dope.
There because it's being live streamed and this guy is as big as he is, there might be some people watching that, it's like I gotta be on my A game, so we'll see.
Oh, absolutely.
But and that might be the official day that people find out my real name, so we'll see.
Yeah. Looking forward to that, huh?
Yeah, because that short film is not coming out till like October, I think. So, but now that I signed up for this, I'm like, they might say my name. So, here we go. Or maybe I'll just be like, hey, if you turn into the live stream, you might find out my real name. But like
Beto, yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah.
Might. That's crazy, dude.
But yeah, no, I'm excited. Just attacking it like full force. I haven't gotten headshots yet, but I know I need to soon. So I'll do that and then start auditioning for stuff probably once I
Now, do they hook you up with something like at the classes? Like, if you become whatever top of the class, I don't know how it works there, but like you're able to apply for like so-and-so movie or stuff like that?
The way that it works is you can go online and find all kinds of like little roles for stuff, but you're not going to find like big roles in like Marvel stuff or anything like that without an agent. And so everybody's goal is to get an agent. But to get an agent, you have to have experience or, a reason for them to be like, okay, you're worth like the time, because they don't make money unless you do, right? Like they don't get paid unless you do. They take their cut. And so the whole thing is like, hopefully with my social media presence and then getting some classes under my belt and then, a couple acting credits here and there, that'll be enough to get an agent. But the end of this 6-month course that I'm taking, there's like LA talent agents that are like flying out to like see us do like mock auditions and stuff. So I mean, there's
Twitch should help, because that's kind of experience in a way, like TikTok and
definitely
Twitch,
TikTok,
especially TikTok, right?
Yeah, definitely TikTok.
Because the followings and you do a lot of like acting and stuff like that on TikTok as well. So, I mean, that should give you a little.
Yeah, I think it'll help.
How many people that you're acting with got 1 million followers?
I mean, I went there and I was like, there's a decent chance that somebody in this class has seen my stuff before. And then I went the whole first day, I was like, nobody noticed. And then as I was walking out, this guy who came in who I guess has taken like 30 classes there or something like that. Like he's, like a pretty avid student and he like helps out there. He was talking about how he got like a small role in Better Call Saul, and he was talking to us about that and like his journey and stuff like that. And then as we were walking out, he's like, "What have you been in, man?" And I was like, "TikToks." And he's like, "What?" And I show him, and he's like, "Oh shit, man!" And like, so we started talking, and I was like, "Well, there you go. Somebody noticed." But dude, I went to the bowling alley this last weekend, and I must have had like a dozen people say hi. It was crazy.
That's awesome, though, dude. Like you got like that's so like heartwarming too. It's like, dude, like you're doing something right when people are coming up to you.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's like now I feel like somebody's watching me.
You gotta watch. Yeah.
Yeah. But
dude, when I went to TwitchCon, me being as small as I am, I'm just like I'm not gonna really see anybody. I'm just gonna go get drunk. Whatever. We went to go get drunk, whatever, and I see it right at my peak. Right when on and. One of my friends gave us an edible, and it was like my first time having an edible and shit. And I was like, okay, let me just try. I'm in California, boop, at the peak, because it kicks in like an hour or two after.
Right, yeah.
I got all these people coming up to me. I'm like, oh, fuck.
How much did you take? Do you know?
50 milligrams.
Holy shit, bro.
It was one gummy, though.
I know, but for the first time, that's a lot, bro.
Yeah. So I was like, holy shit. Like, I was drunk, and then.
And you were drunk too? Oh man.
So I'm like, holy shit, dude. And then people are coming up to me trying to start a conversation. And then I just like leave this person sitting there talking to this person. And this person's talking to me. And then they're talking to this person. I didn't even know this person liked me, but now they're talking to me too. I'm like, holy shit.
You're probably
dude.
all bloodshot eyes.
Yeah, and I was like, hey guys, how you guys doing? We're vibing. And then one of my good buddies from stream, she comes up to me in all my merch. I'm like, what?
That's crazy, man.
That's sick, dude. Like, I was so pumped up. And I was like, holy shit. And I got to leave this person hanging. And then my wife started talking to this person, so this person didn't leave. I felt like an asshole. But, dude, that was freaking sick, dude. I would definitely go back to TwitchCon. It was so fun.
I would be so paranoid, man.
Yeah.
That's
And then my wife ended up taking, she's never done it ever. And she had a 50 milligram gummy, and she doesn't even weigh much, and she was gone, dude.
Bro.
Oh, yeah. Dude, never again, dude. It was so bad. Then we went to Vegas afterwards, like after TwitchCon.
Yeah.
It was
I tried edibles when I was in California because it was legal there. Obviously that's when you and like 10 or 20 milligrams, and it's like 20 and like I zone the hell out. So I could 50, bro. I mean, I would just be like,
it was fucking wild. Well, like, the thing is, I was like, I was fighting it too, because like, I want to take care of my wife, because we did it at the same time.
Yeah, you can't do that.
What can it do? I'm like, fuck, dude,
that was a mistake.
Dude, I'm like, I gotta help the wife. Come on.
Have you seen what's it called? I can't remember what it's called. It's got Owen Wilson. It's got
Pineapple Express.
No, not Pineapple Express. It's I can't remember what. Oh, it's Hall Pass. You seen Hall Pass? Is that no Hall Pass? I can't remember. No, I don't know if it's Hall Pass. It's the movie where like basically the wives give them permission to like try and like do whatever. Yeah. I don't know if it's called Hall Pass.
What is it? I think it is.
Yeah.
Because they give them a hall pass to do whatever they want. Yeah, I think I remember seeing that one.
There was this scene where they're at the golf course, and then they're like, the one guy brings up brownies, they're all eating it, and he's like, oh yeah, by the way, these are special brownies. They're like, what? Yeah. And then they're just sitting there, and there's like that music playing, and they're just gone, right? And the guy takes a shit in the pond.
Oh, I do remember that. That was like, dude, I haven't seen that in so long, dude.
That's an underrated movie.
Yeah, those are fun. Pineapple Express is funny too.
Oh, dude,
the whole building just blows up and everybody's just freaking high around it from the smoke.
Yeah, no, I liked how the whole time they got like this little subplot where it's like the Asian drug empire and like this guy
It's crazy.
Yeah, they got I can't remember his name. The guy who's a doctor. You know what I'm talking about? The famous Asian guy.
Yes. Yeah. He was in. Is it the same guy that was in Hangover? Yeah. When it jumps out the trunk.
Yeah,
Is that the same guy?
It's the same guy. Yeah, but they that whole Pineapple Express, the whole movie, they got them like in a surveillance van and like all this stuff. Yeah.
That shit was so good, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, no, Pineapple Express is a good movie. But unfortunately, I found out it doesn't sound like James Franco's going to be in anything anymore.
Why?
He done fucked up.
Did he?
Yeah, so apparently he was teaching like some acting stuff and kind of took advantage of his position as a teacher, and there was some accusations, and I think he settled, but the whole idea is like, he's not acting anymore. Like, he got Me Too'd basically, but it was very hush hush, I think. So, but yeah, that sucks because I always liked James Franco, but I knew he was a weird guy.
He even like had some weird parts in movies too.
Yeah, he had a couple serious roles here and there that were decent, like Flyboys and 127 Hours.
Was she in a Marvel movie too?
James Franco?
Yeah,
I don't think so.
I'm like trying to cause.
Oh well, I mean, he was in the original Spider-Man trilogy.
That's what it was. Dude, Seth Rogen's so funny, dude. You want to talk about good actor, dude?
That is a happy guy, man. That guy is just doing what he wants. He's making TV shows and stuff now. He's directing stuff. Like, I really do envy like where he is now. Like, cause that guy literally went from being like nobody took him seriously, just some stoner dude with a laugh, and then now it's like he's making shit happen in Hollywood.
Like, I'm so happy. Like, I just hope he doesn't, like, as sad as it is, but like end up like Robin Williams and shit. Like, Robin Williams, everybody's seen him as like a happy, funny guy.
Yeah.
It's just like, I don't know, dude.
I
just hope he doesn't take what people say like about him.
I don't think so. I think because Robin Williams is doing a lot of stuff. He was doing stand up. He was doing these very, very deep dramatic roles. Like Good Will Hunting is a sad ass movie, dude.
He had a lot of
he had a lot of really like sad, deep roles, about depressing stuff. So I mean, his last movie was super depressing. The one he made before he died. Yeah. So but it I don't know. To me, it's just different. I see Seth Rogen in interviews, and he's talking about how he just started his own weed company and stuff like that. That guy's he's
so
fine.
Funny,
I think that guy's where he wants to be. Like,
is Seth Rogen related to Joe Rogan or no?
I don't think so.
Anyway, all right.
Now, Joe Rogan is like third. I think Joe Rogan is I could be no. I'm okay. That's who it is. Joe Rogan's cousin is the lead singer of My Chemical Romance. I didn't know that until I found that out like recently. Yeah, I didn't know that.
Holy shit! Isn't
that crazy?
That's crazy.
Small world.
It really is.
Yeah.
That is nuts. What was I gonna say? Oh, Steve Urkel. Speaking of Seth Rogen making his own shit. Steve Urkel made his own like weed or some shit called Purple Urkel. You see that? Purple,
okay.
Whatever the hell that is.
Dude, all these famous people are getting into it. Like Mike Tyson has his own weed farm now.
Dude, Mike Tyson is in another world. Like, this man has been eating handful of mushrooms. Like, he is just, he's gone. Yeah, dude.
It's I mean, I expect to see like Floyd Mayweather there in a couple of years. Like, that's just, I mean, what do you do after you've become like one of the greatest boxers of all time?
Yeah,
you start acting. Mike Tyson did that.
Yeah.
Like,
the thing is, he doesn't like when you get to that point that you just don't need. You're making passive income of just being you. Like, that's it. Like, oh, you want to make a little extra money? Come out with some merch. Everybody's gonna buy it.
Yeah.
That's what it comes down to.
And I mean, at his size, it could literally be like what 100 Thieves just did, where they did like a collaboration with Gucci,
Yeah.
Dude, which was crazy, because I
and the backpack and shit.
I'm not saying anything about anybody's finances, but I know some people on Twitter. I was like, you shouldn't be buying this $2,500 backpack. Yeah. I was like, bro. I mean, don't get me wrong. You're probably gonna be able to resell it for something. Yeah, you'll probably be able to resell it. But to me, I was just like, damn, bro. Like, I wouldn't. I like if I just dropped $2,500 on a 100 Thieves Gucci backpack, my wife would probably not talk to me for a couple of days.
Yeah, no. The only thing I own that's Gucci is my flip flops, but I just bought them just
my Gucci flip flops. Yeah,
they're not bad though. the wife got it for me for I don't know, a gift or some shit. I don't know what it was.
Yeah, no, I mean, I got some nice T-shirts because I was like, all right, I'm going to acting classes. I need to look a little presentable. I don't want to be showing up with my G Fuel shirt on, you know. So like, I gotta get some nice shirts.
Go Danny D, everybody, okay?
And I was like, dude, I bought like 5 shirts and it was like almost $300. I was like, dude, clothes are expensive, man.
Dude, it's nuts, dude. It's absolutely nuts.
It was just
and we make clothes and shit, like, or we like embroider shirts and shit.
Yeah.
Like I just buy stuff like blank shirts from like wholesalers, and that's what I wear. I like when we go to a store, I'm just like I look at them, like, I can make that, and then I just don't end up buying it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. No, I went to J Crew and got some like pocket T-shirts, and I was like, dude, I would totally get some more shirts, but damn, I got a couple button ups. So I'm gonna go out of my comfort zone and wear a couple. They're like the Hawaiian style shirts, you know.
Yeah. I love them.
Yeah.
Now, when you go to acting classes, like, what do you guys walk in and just you sit down and they give you like roles and you got to practice the roles or something?
No, I mean it's like so I've only done 2 classes so far. The third one is tomorrow. The first day it was like, this is what we're gonna go over in this course. We get introduced to like the 2 main instructors, and one of them was like, I gotta go because I gotta drive to Santa Fe and meet with Jamie Foxx for this production. I'm like, Jesus Christ, dude.
Yeah. I come like shit.
Yeah. And then the other guy, which is the one that has really helped me a lot. I just went on Wednesday to go over the script that Genie Boy has me doing. And I mean, I learned so much in that hour. It was crazy, man, because we just sat there and went through the script, and like he's, you know, the acting teacher, but for that hour, it really felt like we were both kind of discovering what this script is about. Like he was like, I think this, I think that, you know, like, oh, I think this, that. And we just discussed like because you have to kind of create your own backstory for these characters to get a feel of like how they would act and say things, you know, and it was deep, man. And it was funny too, because like it's the male and female role, and I'm reading the male role, so I'm like telling him I love him and all this stuff. You know, like, but it was crazy, man. It was weird too, because he was like, you know, I usually when he helps somebody with like prep for a role, it's an audition that they're trying to do. So he's like, can you send me a tape? That's his thing. He's like, you gotta send me a tape, you know, before I'll help you, like, do some work first. And so when he's like, send me a tape, I was like, I already got the role. And he's like, oh, okay. So that's different. Okay. And so he's like, well, try to be off book. So like, I memorized it as best as I could in like a couple days. And so then I gave him the script, and then I had like, just to help, I had the lines. I wrote down just my lines on like paper. And so anytime, you know, like I stumbled or something, I just look over and you know, fix what I was saying. But he would be like, you know, no, like the way you're saying it is, it's, you know, you guys are next to each other in bed. You don't need to be like saying this loud. Don't say this loud, but say this a little louder, this and that, you know, like different, playing with volume and like how you're saying things and pausing between things, because obviously like you hesitate to say certain things, this and that, because it's an intimate conversation, you know. So it was just like, dude, it blew my mind the way that like somebody with his experience looks at it. Because I went on YouTube, because I was like, I wonder if this guy has a YouTube, you know, because a lot of people, these actors, they'll put like their demo reels on there. And so he had like a dramatic one and a comedic one, and dude, he is so like it had me cracking up, his comedy ones, you know. The stuff he's done, and then he had the dramatic ones. So I was like, damn, dude, like he's done some badass stuff. He was like a customs agent in this Nicolas Cage movie, where like they had to like, I mean, it had to do with like going to Mexico and stuff like that, going after these 2 guys. And like this chick's like, well, they're wanted for this in the U.S. And he's like, this isn't the United States and all this. So I was like, oh god damn. I was like, okay, dude. You know,
holy
it's like
now New Mexico is like known for like acting and stuff.
It has become known for it. So the big 3 are LA, New York, and Atlanta. Atlanta's really become like a big hub right now because there's a lot of tax breaks and stuff, which is actually why I told my wife, I was like, all right, so this is my plan. I was like, we get a house with the VA loan. There's no penalty for paying it off early. So I say we pay it off in, you know, like 5 years, and then maybe because I can use the VA loan again. I was like, and then maybe we get like a second house in Atlanta, you know, so I could just go back and forth. and I don't have to like stay in a hotel and shit. Because
Yeah,
those are the two places I'm probably gonna work the most besides LA. You know, like I don't know too much about New York and the acting scene over there, but New Mexico. So the other they have the big three, and then they have like the medium-sized production cities, and there's Albuquerque, New Orleans, and then I can't remember the other places. But anyways, Albuquerque is slowly becoming the biggest one out of those three because Netflix bought these big ass studios over here. Like it was the Albuquerque studios, now it's the Netflix studios, and they signed a contract to invest $1 billion $1 billion into it over the next decade, and it's been a year so far. And like every year, they're just like Stranger Things just moved production over here. They're filming it here right now. So like it's crazy, man. Like, but one of the guys in my acting class, he's like a regional manager at this Blaze Pizza place over here, one of those like build your own pizza places. And the what's his? I can't remember the kid's name. He's always wearing the headband and stuff. He had the slingshot. The little sister, the little sister came in to get pizza. And I was just like, dude, this is freaking nuts, man. Like,
that's awesome, though. Because like I was like asking because I'm like. Say a random person, like say for me, example, I want to do acting now. You know, talked about it with you. Like, oh, that sounds pretty badass. Connecticut probably doesn't like have anywhere as popular people. You know, like how you have. I'm gonna go see Jamie Foxx. Like people aren't gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna go chill with Dwayne the Rock Johnson over here. You know, it's like a weird mix-up.
You can find stuff in whatever place you're at, or you're close enough to a place where like there is some stuff.
Depends if they're good or not. Right?
Yeah, if I was in a smaller town, like okay, let's say if I was in Phoenix, right? Because that was one of the places I thought about, but I decided I was like, there's not enough going on there. If I was in Phoenix, there's still a little bit of production there, nowhere near as much as like Albuquerque. But the other thing is like, you know, you could do local commercials, you could do this and that. There's definitely stuff you could do until you get to the point where it's like, okay, I need to move to a different place to further my acting career. And I'm obviously not there yet, but like, it's like, you know, I definitely can get bigger stuff here because I'm already here, and it's a business. So these productions will pick somebody who's living here that they don't have to pay for their expenses, you know, as much. So it's definitely, it helps to live in a hub, you know, but they've said that like Atlanta and Albuquerque, it's kind of like nobody knows which one, but like in a decade, either one of them could be like the new LA. So
that's crazy, dude.
Yeah, it is crazy. And I mean, it blows my mind. All of a sudden they're like, oh, they're shooting this. Cause somebody was like, yeah, join this Facebook group. They do background casting, and like they'll literally just want like a picture and like clothing measurements, you know, for background stuff. And they're filming like a MacGruber show here. Like I guess they turned that into a show, and so they're filming that here. And they were looking for like military people. And I was like, I mean, but I had something going on that day, or else I would have like went and done it.
Like I'm intrigued like so much, but like I love like my buddies and I guess it goes for anybody who makes YouTube videos. Like I enjoy the editing part of like making a commercial. Like the sponsorships that I take on, I'm like, dude, like send me some stuff. Like I want to shoot a commercial for you. Like my buddy is a barber. So I actually just picked up a beard sponsorship where they're paying me to make shit on TikTok. And they only want it on TikTok because they see the following I have on TikTok. They're like, we're going to send you a trimmer, this, that. And I was like, you know, listen, send me like a barber cape and I can go to the barber shop and we're going to like do some crazy transition where the cape comes off and I'm in my own home. Like just as good as it is in a barber shop, it is at your own home. You know, type of stuff.
Yeah, that's smart.
That's I loved like the production side of things. Acting, it's hard for me. Like I could do it, but like I tried Dungeons and Dragons, and you gotta like role play your character and shit. And right off the rip, my name was Bruce Swamp Ass Jenkins.
Swamp
like
Ass.
right off the rip. And I can't be doing. They have like 3-hour sessions, 1 hour. Like I'm good for 30 minutes, and I can't stop laughing when I'm trying to like say who I am and act it out, and I don't know.
Dude, it's hard. Like people look at them like, oh, I could say some lines and pretend to be a different person. I'm like, bro, you don't like. There's like 1,000 different ways to be angry.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like just simple stuff like that. Like there's so many different ways to go about it. Like one person's not gonna play a part the same as another person, you know. And like they explained it right away, or some of the stuff I watched said it. A lot of people when they first get into acting, they picture it as like, okay, how would I go about this if it was like, you know, my favorite actor playing this character? And it's like, no, that's not how it is. How would you do it? You know,
because everybody's different. Yeah.
Yeah, and a lot of people just have a different, like they just look at it differently. But it's very hard. Like I'm happy though, because it's like, for me, it's like it's a new challenge. It's getting out of my comfort zone. You know, if I can be somewhat successful with it, it opens a lot of doors. And then, I mean, the other thing is with the you know, stepping back from the streaming a little bit and looking at it from the content creator side as my like the main part of it. It's all about discoverability. So like, how can you make yourself more discoverable?
You're building your brand, you know?
Yeah.
Like the Danny Dorito brand. Like that's just it, you know? Mm-hmm. And like people are gonna, like, sometimes people think content creators, you have to stream. When there's so many different things that content creation is, whether it's Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, whatever it may be. Like there's so much more.
And then, like, I mean, the opposite too. A lot of people are like, hey, you know, like, I want to be a streamer. And I'm like, well, you can't just be a streamer. You need to be a content creator too, because nobody's going to come to your stream if you don't have something to make yourself
something you said
discoverable.
Hit me. Yeah. Something you said hit me. And I didn't really look at it that way. And like you said, make your, and I preach it sometimes too, but like you said, what was it? Don't stream to 3 viewers. Make your, like, for like hours on end, like make yourself known on all platforms and then go live and then promote that you're live. Like I'm like, I agree. And then at some point I'm like, well, maybe they'll get rated at some point, but like, I guess you can say that time, that those 3 hours you're streaming to 3 people, you could be promoting something else. And maybe next stream you'll have, like, you know, it's like a double-edged sword. You know?
No,
but it makes sense.
100%. If I could go back, which, I mean, you know, I hate thinking that way, because it's like, no, like, you need to focus on the future and stuff like that. You can't be like thinking about the past. But if I could go back, I 100% would have just started making content and stuff like that while I was in the military, instead of trying to stream, because it was literally a waste of time. Like, I mean, I might as well just played video games, you know, normal, without streaming, because nobody was watching, you know.
Yeah.
And like, I bought a webcam, and I bought a nice mic. You know, at the time I was like, oh, this is not a headset mic. It's what was it? The freaking Blue Snowball. That mic,
God,
bro.
Yeah.
You remember those days, man? I go back and I see some of those videos and I'm like, Jesus, bro.
Oh, I could show you some I had the Yeti, dude. And like,
the Yeti's
I was like
better
screaming
though.
at Fortnite when it first came out, and it was crackling. I'm like, dude, what in the world? That was the first mic I had. The first like legit, like, not headset mic. The Yeti, and then from the Yeti I went to this. So like now there's like no turning back. It's like,
no, I went from the Blue Snowball, which is honestly like, I would advise people, if you're looking at getting a mic and you can't spend more than $50, just stick with the headset mic until you can afford like $100 plus mic, because the Blue Snowball, pretty damn bad. Like, honestly, kind of a waste of money. And maybe they've improved it now. I doubt it, actually. But like, I mean,
they didn't improve it.
I didn't realize that, you know, because I don't know why they sell it that way, but they come with that little tripod. Do not use that tripod. Like,
no, I don't think anybody should use a desk stand. Like, you need a boom arm.
Because dude, I mean, I would like get up out of my chair and hit my desk, boom.
Yeah,
like, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I remember like maybe 6 months into this, going back and looking at that, and I was like, bro, why would anybody watch me, bro? It's so bad. Like,
so bad. And nobody would tell you, which is a crazy thing. Right?
But I mean, I think it's funny, because like I will have people come in and they're like, hey man, like I watched you a little bit back when you were at like 20 viewers, and like I see you now, and like, dude, like things have changed so much. Good for you. You know, like you got like a setup now and stuff. You know, you're not just streaming in a bedroom with a green screen anymore. Yeah.
It's crazy. I'm not a big fan of green screens.
I mean, you got to do what you can with the space you have.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that's true. But it's nuts.
Yeah. It's humbling to see like where you came from, you know?
I love it, dude. That's why I keep like my old YouTube channel. I used to do these vlogs with this like crazy camcorder in my car and shit. I'm like, well, I started my videos off with like Gator. Like, hey guys, today's my vlog or blog or whatever you want to call it. Well, I'm going to drop my sister off at her friend's house, like something crazy like that. I'm like, why am I vlogging this right now?
Was that back in the donate please days?
Yeah, it was actually a little after that, or maybe might have been before it. Honestly, yeah.
Dude, my mom, whenever I'm like, yeah, Gator, I'm doing the podcast with Gator, or like, Gator's doing the conspiracy thing, which we need to do that still.
Yeah, for sure, dude.
She always brings up how she thought that was so funny how you were like, you had donate, like that you had told me like, dude, don't don't be embarrassed, because like you're like, I had donate please on my shit.
Yeah,
you know?
Dude, there's always someone out there that did worse, you know? Like, fuck.
Yeah, no, man, that's crazy,
I have
man.
to actually start going now.
Okay.
My buddy is here. He's dropping off his 2 dogs.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I gotta watch his 2 dogs, and I can't even stream today.
Damn, man. Well, I appreciate you doing this last minute.
Absolutely, dude. I love this shit, dude. I live for this.
Yeah.
I love podcasts. I don't know why.
Yeah, maybe we'll get you a Cool Ranch Corner sometime so you can.
Yeah.
Because I mean, we don't really we do talk about content creation, but we literally talk about whatever, man. Like we talked about. We talked about Genie Boy shitting his pants at like Cheesecake Factory, you know, for like 30 minutes one time. Dude. Like.
Love it.
So, but good talk, man. It's good.
Absolutely,
catching up.
dude. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I gotta get you. We'll do the conspiracy.
Hell yeah. Yeah.
All right.
But all right, man.
All right, bro.
Thanks
Have
for
a good
talking.
one. Thank you for having me.